You're watching Iowa Live. Everything local, entertaining, and meaningful in Central Iowa is right here on Iowa Live.
From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, welcome to Iowa Live, everybody. It is Thursday, so you know what we're going to do today. We're going to talk motorsports with Knoxville Raceway because there are some big things going on at Knoxville Friday and Saturday again. Don't forget, much bigger than this, the World of Outlaws are back in town, and the guy leading the points in the World of Outlaws point standings right now won the championship last year, won it the year before, won the Nationals in 2019, the one and only David Gravel joining us. Hello, David. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me.
That's awesome. So we have this going on here, the Premier Chevy Dealers Clash. It is a two-night event over at Knoxville Raceway, and this is going to be a whole lot of fun. And Knoxville is a playground for you, isn't it?
Yeah, Knoxville's been a great track for me over my career, and I believe when we won earlier this year, I think it was my 10th World of Outlaw win there, which is pretty awesome. But it's going to be a tough field of cars. We're going to have, all the high limit guys, all the local Knoxville guys. So I'm expecting, 65 plus cars probably. And kind of like that Capitani Classic night before the Nationals, it's going to be a stout field just like that.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that because, yeah, we have all the folks that are in town. Let's take a look at some video from the last time you were here because this is round two of the Premier Chevy Dealers Clash. And the last time that you were here, you knew something was going on when you went out and you qualified lights out over at Knoxville. And then you came back for the race. And when it started, you started on the outside of the front row. And then you just took off from the field, didn't you? What was it like when a car hooks up like that at Knoxville?
Well, being up front in clean air is a huge advantage at these big racetracks, and I believe they did a little bit of track work around the top, and it was real fast around the top early on, and yeah, just knowing what lane to go, and yeah, we had a great race car. We've had a very fast race car the last several years, and some of the nationals have been difficult for us starting in the back, but we always seem to be towards the front by the end of the race.
Yeah, speaking of Nationals, there you are climbing on top of your wing at the Knoxville Nationals in 2019. What was that feeling like? What, you up there, you whip the flags. I haven't seen that done before, but what was that like?
Yeah, that was one of my best moments in my career. Jeff Gordon was there, and he brought the Exalta sponsorship to JJR for the Knoxville Nationals, and just a dream week. We won our prelim night, we won the Capitani, and we won the Knoxville Nationals that week. So, very special week. We were on our game. The car was phenomenal, and just had those cool moments with JJR and Jeff Gordon and everything. It was. Just a super, super cool moment. And, we've been chasing that second Knoxville Nationals win, and it's just so hard to win that race. And you definitely appreciate and cherish when you do get to win it.
Well, I'm going to share a little something with you. I saw a little podcast earlier this week with people making predictions as to who's going to win. And one of the announcers at Knoxville Raceway threw your name out and said, Gravel, this is Gravel's year to win Knoxville Nationals. And I think you would probably concur.
Well, I think the last 4 years we've been fast enough to win it. One time, Donnie stole one late from us and ran second. The other two, we started in the back, I think 21st and 22nd, and ran second and third. And then 1 year, we kind of had an off year. So we've been on the podium 3 out of the last 4 years at the Nationals. Now we just need to focus on putting ourselves in position to be up front or closer to the front. And I think we have a really good shot.
Yeah, again, Nationals is one of the most unbelievable spectacles you're going to see in the entire state of Iowa. But let's talk about what's going on, the spectacles that are be going on at Knoxville Raceway. It is Friday and Saturday nights, and it's a normal start time. A hot lap's about 6:45, and they're racing about 8 o'clock. Keep your eye on the weather because the weather is always something. But here's what's going to happen. Coming up tomorrow night on Friday, the Layton State Bank 410s, they're going to be mixed in with the World of Outlaws Outlaws, so they are going to race, as well as the Pro Sprints. The Raceway Tire and Exhaust Pro Sprints are going to be there. So Layton State Bank 410s, World of Outlaws, Raceway Tire and Exhaust Pro Sprints. That's on Friday. And then on Saturday, it's the World of Outlaws, the 410s, of course, in with them, and then the Randall Roofing 360s. They will race on Saturday. So it is a lot of racing action packed into 2 days over at Knoxville Raceway. And we talked to the weather people a little bit ago. Are you okay with like mid-70s weather-wise? Is that okay for you, David?
For sure. I raced at Eagle this week and it was 92 and felt like 300% humidity. So definitely, definitely will take 70s for sure.
Yeah. All right. It's the Premier Chevy Dealers Clash, everybody. That's what we're talking about. There is all the things that are be going on. It is round 2 of the Premier Chevy Dealers Clash. World of Outlaws at Knoxville Raceway. David Gravel, thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you this weekend at Knoxville.
Yep. We'll see you then. And thanks for having me.
This weekend, there are a couple of concerts happening at Waterworks Park. We're going to give you all the details coming up next, right here on Iowa Live.